Documents are revealing new information about Monday's shooting in Des Moines, Iowa, including the victims being shot multiple times.
Plus, South Dakota lawmakers have introduced a bill to ban drag shows in certain places.
And later, we tag along with crews in Sioux Falls as they patch thousands of potholes that have gotten worse with our recent snowstorms.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning into First at 4. I'm Kelly Volk.
And I'm Don Jorgensen. Court documents are shedding more light about a deadly gang-related shooting at a Des Moines education center Monday afternoon. Court papers say that 2 students and the CEO of the Start Rights Here program were shot multiple times. The students, ages 16 and 18, died from their injuries. Will Keeps, the founder of the program to help at-risk youth, was seriously injured.
18-year-old Preston Walls is charged with first-degree murder, attempted murder, and criminal gang participation. Police say the motive for the shooting appears to be an ongoing gang-related dispute. The complaint says Walls and the 2 victims who died were members of rival gangs. A judge set Walls' cash-only bond at more than $2.5 million.
Rapid City police are investigating an officer-involved shooting and homicide that happened in the same neighborhood. Both incidents happened last week near Surfwood Drive and North Maple Avenue. Authorities say that this area has seen more violent crime in the last couple of years than the rest of the city.
We've come to expect a high level of violence and dysfunction in that neighborhood, and we've been doing all we can possibly do to try to mitigate it. And there's some evidence that we've had an effect, but it still remains a fact that the police are powerless to stop actions that occur behind closed doors.
Coming up tonight on KELOLAND News at 5, we're going to talk with Mayor Allender about the different actions the city and police are trying to stop the violence.
Sioux Falls police say a deadly fire at a Sioux Falls apartment building appears to be accidental. Investigators are waiting on autopsy results to figure out how the 54-year-old man died, but say there is nothing suspicious with how the fire started. Last night, KELOLAND News spoke with a neighbor who described the victim as being a really sweet person. The victim's name has not been released. Police also released an update on another fire where a person was found dead. The fire happened Christmas Eve in Central Sioux Falls storage shed. The coroner says the death of the 55-year-old man was accidental. Investigators say there was nothing suspicious about that fire either.
All right, let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Adam Rutt. And another cloudy day for the eastern half of South Dakota anyway.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of cloud cover in eastern KELOLAND, but a few locations, kind of like yesterday, are trying to get in on some sunshine just at the tail end of your day. And we'll see that as we head through the hour. Mulbridge, an example of that, sunshine trying to peek through, but still, we did at least get up into the 30s, 37 right now with a westerly wind at 15 miles per hour. Compare that to what they have down toward winter with ample amounts of sunshine. 37 as well, but a lighter breeze out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour. We're at 36 in Chamberlain, near 40 in Pierre, 36 Faith, 42 Phillip, as well as Rapid City, 29 Sioux Falls, Worthington, and Marshall, 30 Yankton. We're right at the freezing mark for Mitchell and Huron. Winds are going to start to pick up a little bit more as we head into your day on Wednesday. We're starting to see that already out west with 15 to 25 mile per hour winds out of the west by northwest for our West River locations. I'm sounding really redundant here for a second, but that's what we're rolling with. We do have a westerly breeze around 10 miles per hour further to the east, but that's going to pick up as we head overnight into your day on Wednesday. Well, that cloud cover has been breaking up a little bit temporarily to the east, but you notice up here to Rapid City, Spearfish into Buffalo, and west of Mulbridge, there's more cloud cover that's going to build in as we head through the rest of your evening and overnight as well. Speaking of overnight, we'll see lows in the teens and a couple of single digits, especially in eastern KELOLAND, including a 9-degree low tonight in Watertown, a 10 for Sioux Falls. But further west, teens and a couple of 20s. But like I mentioned, that wind is going to pick up and will be a factor as we go into your day on Wednesday, where we also could see some snow showers, especially if you're out toward the Black Hills. Details on that, plus the cold end of January as well, coming up in your 7-day forecast.
Thanks, Adam. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds has signed the school choice bill into law after lawmakers approved it overnight. The bill sets up state-funded accounts for parents who want to send their kids to private schools, with nearly $7,600 available per student. Republicans say the bill gives power back to parents, while Democrats say the bill discriminates because private schools can deny admission.
South Dakota lawmakers are moving forward with a bill that would require law enforcement to communicate with schools about students who commit crimes. Supporters say that this will help schools be proactive, but opponents are worried that this will add an unnecessary burden to police. Law enforcement agencies say that the communication already exists. They also worry that spreading sensitive information could make things worse for at-risk youth.
The South Dakota House and Health and Human Services Committee is recommending a bill to provide $4 million in additional funding for suicide prevention programs. Republican Representative Taylor Rayfeld sponsored the bill. She says suicide is the leading killer of young South Dakotans and 10th leading cause of death. Several college students representing the state's universities and peer counseling programs also testified in favor. The bill now heads to appropriations.
A new bill hopes to protect South Dakota ag producers and processors, as well as agro-tourism businesses, against nuisance claims. A long list of agricultural groups spoke in favor of the bill, along with a few lawmakers on the committee.
Producers that are out there working day in and day out. And so sometimes bright lights and noise and traffic and diesel smell at midnight, it's still going. And those producers need to do what they got to do to get everything done. Aye.
The legislation heads to the House of Representatives for debate on Thursday.
Governor Kristi Noem and Attorney General Marty Jackley are sending letters to pharmacists reminding them that chemical abortions are illegal in South Dakota. This comes after the FDA announced that chemical abortion drugs can be dispensed at all retail pharmacies. The governor says chemical abortions are illegal in South Dakota because of the state's trigger law after Roe v. Wade was struck down.